If I told you today that you could reduce the global farmland use, which is the highest source of carbon dioxide in our air, by 75%, would you say yes? This is US, China, Australia, and EU all combined. According to the World Health Worldwide Film, we're looking at approximately 350 million worldwide people with diabetes. Bacon, sausage, chicken, dairies, all these processed meats are carcinogenic. This leads straight to cancer. I believe everyone should try and reduce the amount of meat and dairy in their diets, not only for the environment that we live in the agriculture world part, but also to improve your own physical, mental, and overall health. I myself have cut out all red meat, reduced 90% of the dairy that I intake, and my biggest influencer is Kip Anderson, a producer, writer, and activist, where I get a lot of my facts from, as well as Dr. Michael Clapper, an American physician, a vegan health educator, conference and event speaker. Today I'm here to persuade you to reduce the amount of meat and dairy in your diets. To prove my purpose here, first we will talk about the overall health of the pros and cons, and our environment changes, and lastly go over the cons in the agriculture and the livestock today that's going on. First, let's talk about the physical and mental health if you just cut back a little bit on meat and dairy. Processed foods are making us ill. Dairy is a top source of saturated fat, which leads to heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer, and for women, it's a highly lead to breast cancer, and for the bone health. According to the Physicians Committee website, which holds 12,000 physicians and over 175 members worldwide, they actually have studies showed that calcium absorption from plant-based foods is actually higher than from cow's milk. This also has to prove with the mental improvements. So weight loss, motivation, self-esteem, and maintaining focus. All of these components all has to do with what you're eating. The food, the process, the chemicals that spread through your body. So if you put in the good will come out. Now that we went over how cutting out meat and dairy will improve your overall mental and physical health, next we'll be discussing the environmental changes that's affected. Our global food system is responsible for 1/3 of the global greenhouse emissions, and it completely depends on fossil fuels and pesticides. Dioxin composure is 93% going into our air. Dioxin is a highly toxic chemical compound that is harmful to our health. This has to result into reproduction, development, immune system, disrupts hormones, and is also found in cancer. With all this, with the pollutants that's also going in our air, there's actually 5.5 gallons of fossil fuels per acre, and then it's spreading into our air. When it spreads through our air, it spreads through our ground. The animals eat the ground. Then it goes through their body, and that's how we are getting the consumption of all these bad fuels and gases. Not only is dioxin and other things spreading into our air, but also the significant climate change that is occurring. Gas, other chemicals, pesticides, these are all coming from the destruction of forest and land, which is found to have minerals and medicines, and even the Amazon. The Amazon forest actually provides 20% of our air and oxygen. Moving on from this, we have gone over how meat and dairy impacts your mental health, physical health, and the environmental changes it causes. Finally, we will talk about the cons of our agriculture and livestock that is currently happening right now. Raising animals for food and other good sources require a massive amount of land, food, energy, and water. This has to do with the land use that we're destroying. 3 million acres in Brazil is for chicken feed. 100 hectares in the Amazon forest is destroyed for soybeans. It actually takes 20 times less land to feed a plant-based diet. If we reduce the amount of land that we have to destroy, we could actually feed our population twice in a row. This also includes the destroying of oceans. Commercial fishing is part of clearing ocean floors and killing the sea animals and destroying coral reefs. Coral reefs give us medicines. These medicines found from coral reefs actually have taken care of and helped a lot of diseases these days. The clearing the ocean floors actually hold a lot of minerals that we spread out for everybody these days. It also holds fish farms in our oceans and other areas, which also hold feces, antibiotics, and parasites. So, today I'm here to persuade you to reduce the amount of meat and dairy in your diet. Not take out, but just reduce. So, today we've discussed overall health. Meat and dairy can affect our environmental changes and the cons of today's agriculture and lifestyle. The research is clear. A heavy amount of meat and dairy in your diets lead to cancer, health instability, obesity, and diseases. If I told you today that you could change the world and your own health just by reducing a couple of things, would you say yes?